The truth is, you most likely do not have a time management problem, but a decision-making problem. Most people could finish their most important work before 9 a.m., but they just choose not to do so. And the harsh truth is you are giving your best hours to the wrong things. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 harsh truths you probably do not want to hear, but if you listen, you will most likely have a fulfilled day earlier than anyone else. And we'll wrap this video up with implementation plan and my own personal story. Here is a note I posted on my Substack about a month ago, and I'm going to read it out to you. It's 9 a.m. and I am currently sipping a cup of chai with zero sweetener. This is my reward for finishing my day before 9 a.m. However, it's not a flex. I just took advantage of time. If my eyes are widely opened at 5 a.m., then I get up, do my morning routine and begin to work on my 3 priorities of the day. The plan is to get as much as I can done before my toddler gets up. So instead of picking up my phone and get on social media, which used to be my style, I work on my goals. And this was exactly how I knew I wanted to make this video. So let's get into this video. Harsh truth number 1. You do not decide your day before it even starts. Hear me out. I can most likely tell that you don't review your day before you go to bed and you don't even plan for the next day. And research says, because I believe in research and statistics a lot, and it says that 10 to 12 minutes of planning your day actually saves you 2 hours of wasted time and effort every single day. And most people do not do this. They do not pre-plan their day. And if you're going to pre-plan your day, you have to review the day that you just completed. This may be your pattern. You wake up, then you start asking yourself question, what am I going to do today? You're wasting time doing all that, because by the time you finish thinking of what to do today, you're moving slowly, you're thinking sluggishly. Time is already fast spent. Meanwhile, high achievers do not do that. High achievers plan ahead, and then when they wake up, they execute. They don't wake and check. They plan and execute. So if you do not review your day and pre-plan your tomorrow, you end up waking up in the next morning and start negotiating with yourself, and that is a lot of time wasting efforts. If you're deciding on what to do by 8:37 a.m., you're already lost, because finishing whatever you want to do by 9 a.m. is not magic. It is about decision. You decide that I want to do something important before 9 a.m. Here are some examples to give you more insight, and after then I'm going to share with you a system that you can use to review your day and also plan for the next day. Every single day before you go to bed, or at the end of the day, at the end of business, set an appointment with yourself. Say you work 9 to 5 and you finish work at 5 p.m. Set 15 minutes aside for yourself so that you try and finish up by 4:45 p.m. and then the remaining 15 minutes you use it to plan your following day. So you're not just planning your following day, you're also reviewing what you did that day, what happened this day, what are the things that I encountered this day. Did I work on my goals? You need to make accounts of what exactly happened during your day, and if you'll be needing to talk to someone the next day, and then you plan exact thing you want to do by the following morning, starting from the moment that you wake up. Some of the things that can also help is this. Say you're going out every single morning, you go to work, pack your bags, everything that you need for the next day, pack it and just put it by the door, so that when you wake up, you are not just thinking of where is this, where is that. You already have everything packed up, and all you have to do is just carry it and go. And that is going to free up time for you, especially if you have like personal project that you want to work on the moment that you wake up, so you can focus on the important thing when you wake up. One thing that I also do, because I work out every morning, I get my workout clothes out a night before I go to bed. I get it out so that once I wake up, I just get into my workout clothes and then I do everything that I want to do and also transition into working out. The thing is, I already have my workout clothes ready. When I used to take coffee every single morning, I put the coffee in the coffee maker and then set a timer to brew in the next morning like 6:30, so that whenever I go downstairs my coffee is waiting for me. So here is a system that you can try out. Number one, do a daily stand-up meeting with yourself. I mentioned it the other time, like setting aside 15 minutes every single day before you go to bed, before close of work. Every single day you review your day, know exactly where you are and then plan the exact thing that you want to do the following day. Don't wait till the following day before you start thinking of the exact thing that you want to do. Have them all pre-planned out a night before. Number two, define how much time you realistically have. Maybe you wake up 5 a.m. and you have to get out by 6:30 a.m. So you have like 1 hour 30 minutes realistically to yourself before you set out. If you're not going anywhere, maybe you are in the house, you are from like 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. as a stay-at-home mom, maybe 7 a.m. is when your children wakes up. So you have like 2 hours ahead of the rest of the house. Number three, list out the things that you would love to do every single morning. And that's range from your non-negotiables. First, when you wake up, you want to do your body grooming. Maybe you have like spiritual activities that you do in the morning, and maybe you want to work on a personal project. You are writing something, you want to read, you want to work out, you want to do this and that. List every single thing out that you would love to do in the morning that you feel like you never had time to do. Look at everything that you have on that list and try to fit them into the time window that you have. If you have 2 hours, how many of that task can fit into the 2 hours that you have? If you cannot realistically fit every single thing in, that is okay. What you want to do is to put in the most important task of the day, like non-negotiable. You have to put that most important task of the day there. If you are working on a personal goal, maybe that is the most important task of the day. So it definitely has to be part of the things you are going to do within that time window. Next thing you are going to be doing is to time box what you want to do. Okay, that's number 4. Time box your activities. Say when you wake up at 5 a.m., maybe you get up like 5:10 a.m. and then you can decide that 20 minutes is for devotion, 30 minutes is for workout, 10 minutes is for writing, 40 minutes is for working on personal goal. We are talking depending on the time that you have. Put a time limit on every single activity that you have on that list, so that you at least touch on every single task that you have. And this way you can realistically fit in a lot of things into your time window, but you are spending less time on them because that is what your time capacity allows. As truth number 2, you trade your peak energy for low value input. You're donating your sharpest mental hours to other people's agenda. Your brain at 5 to 9 a.m. is prime real estate, but you're renting it out for free. Tell me what you do the first thing you wake up. You grab your phone, right? Doom scrolling starts the moment that you wake up. Everything is starting to call you left, right, and center. Email notifications, you're checking it. TikTok, you're there. Every single morning when you wake up, the first thing you do, pick up your phone and start attending to other people, consuming information that you have no business with. That is what you decided to do. From the moment that you wake up, you probably have more hours ahead of the rest of the house. And instead of you choosing to do high impact or something that gives you high value work, you're spending that time on low value tasks. It doesn't make any sense. This is for people that say, well, if I am going to finish anything by 9 a.m., then I have to wake up early. But I am not a money person. You don't have to be a money person to wake up early. If you want to wake up at 5 a.m., you should be in bed by 9 a.m. It is not rocket science. It is that simple. It's not difficult. So that you at least catch like 7 hours of sleep every single night. You literally can do it, but you're choosing not to do it. If you have more hours ahead of everybody in the house, you could use that time to work on one high impact, high value work that will make you feel like your day is fulfilled, you're done with your day the moment it is complete. Here is something I want you to go with. Design the exact thing that you want to do every single morning. Your morning routines get it written out so that you follow through the moment that you wake up, right? And if you have 2 hours, set out like maybe 1 hour to do all of your morning routines, and then you have 1 hour to do a focus work. And this time you are using it to work on a project you want to do, a goal you set for yourself. You are literally working on high value work that by 9 a.m. when it is done, you instantly feel like your day is complete, your day is fulfilled. You literally can do your devotion during this time, work on a certification during this time, work on a project during this time, freshen up, work out because you are trying to lose weight, right? Or you're trying to stay fit. You can pray during this time before everybody wakes up. If you are commuting to work every single day, you're not driving, maybe you're in the bus or on the train, instead of picking up your phone, how about getting to do that thing that you've always wanted to do? Maybe you've always wanted to read a book, then you read a book on your commute to work. Maybe you're driving and you also want to read a book. Maybe you're listening to the audio version of the book on your commute to work. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. Impact work is required before 9 a.m. Every other thing can come after 9 a.m. but impact work is required before 9 a.m. Repeat this after me. Impact work is required before 9 a.m. Thank you. Harsh truth number 3, you live reactively. You are reactive and not proactive, meaning you literally have time for everybody else but you. You have no time boundaries. Everything is yes. Whatever they throw at you, you accept it. Whatever distraction comes, you embrace it wholeheartedly. And you can't decide on what is important and what is not. Your day probably looks like this: respond, reply, attend, fix, catch up. Meanwhile, a proactive day looks like build, create, move the needle, then respond. Did you see the difference? A proactive day already sets a plan. There is a structure for the day already, and that is what they work with. They are moving the needle. They are doing what is important. If any distractions, anybody comes in, they keep it somewhere. They don't attend to it immediately until they move a needle. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. If your calendar is built on other people's requests, your goals will always move slower. Here is how to fix that. When you decide that between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. you want to get something done so that by 9 a.m. you already done something that is high impact, high value, then stick to it. Stick to it. No matter what comes your way, stick to the plan. Now set timers to work within limits so that you can easily transition from one task to the other. So for instance, when I do morning devotions and then I write, I read, I set like 10-minute timer for writing, 10-minute timer for reading. When the timer goes off, I stop whatever it is I'm doing and then I move on to the next task immediately. So because you have time limit for yourself, you will be forced to be laser focused. That is it. That is the important thing. When something out of your plan comes your way, maybe it's from people around the house, your child, like technical issues, notifications, anything that may come your way at any given time. Before you respond, take a pause. Then ask yourself questions. Is this important for me to handle right now? Does this have anything to do with what I am working on? Because if it does, maybe you want to attend to it immediately. But if it does not, maybe you want to put it somewhere and attend to it later. Especially those work emails that be coming at you when you're sleeping or coming at you like 5 a.m. in the morning when you literally do not need to attend to it because someone have an agenda to finish their own work by a certain time and then they are putting pressure on you. You do not have to respond to it because oftentimes all of these things are not that important. So when it is 9 a.m. and it is work time, you will attend to it during work time. What we want to do right now is to focus on something that will move your own life forward. If this distraction doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing, it is not urgent, it is something you can actually ignore because nobody is going to die if you do not attend to it. Your house is not going to collapse if you do not attend to this thing. Then put it at one side. Don't bother, ignore it at that period, or maybe you write it down somewhere so that when you are done working on the important thing that you're working on, you can go back to that thing because you've written it down. Now you are not going to forget it. So you go back to it and attend to it. Easy busy. The point is, don't attend to things immediately they come at you. Before I give you an implementation plan so that you can start doing what is important and finish up by 9 a.m., I want to share my story with you. When I became a mom, I felt like I just have a whole lot of things on my hands at this period. And then I started school like 3 months postpartum. So it felt like my whole life was just so busy. What suffered the most was this YouTube channel, and I just didn't even know how to get myself together. At some point, I sat myself down and I felt like, Dupe, granted, you're always busy, but what exactly are you busy with? It's not that the things that I'm doing are not important, they are, but none of these things are satisfying me. I naturally wake up at 5 a.m. Even if I go to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'll still wake up at 5 a.m. So the question is, what time do I actually get out of bed? And the answer to that is, I get out of bed around 7:30. See the girl that doesn't have time for YouTube. Okay, so I realized that I pressed my phone between the hour of 5 and 7. I checked my digital well-being. I checked my analytics on how much time I spend on my phone, especially on social media, and it was crazy. It was crazy, guys. It was crazy, and that was when I decided that you actually have time. You are just decide to spend it on something else instead of spending it on what is actually going to be important and move your life forward, that's literally going to make you happy. Once I decided that, and I started creating morning routines for myself, deciding on what important things to do every single morning, pre-planning my day. I stopped being reactive. I put my social media on timer like 1 hour 30 minutes. That is all I have in a day, so I better use it wisely. Okay, so I started putting restrictions on myself, and my productivity just went out of the roof. I returned back to YouTube, which is a testimony, because I thought I didn't have time for YouTube anymore. I'll be like, no, life happened. Yeah, life happened, but I was still living time on the table. And on the day that I posted this note that I read to you on Substack, on the day that I posted that, it was so funny because I did a lot that day. I posted on LinkedIn, posted on community page, and work on a course that I was doing, and I realized that everything that I planned to do that day, I literally finished everything before 9 a.m. And that was what prompted me to make that post, because this is a new person entirely. This is not the Dupe I used to know. This is not. Now, this is an implementation plan that I want you to go with. Starting from today, you need to start having a stakeholder meeting with yourself. I mentioned it earlier, daily stand-up meeting every single day. You have to do it. So you are a stakeholder, everything you want to achieve in your life are your product. So you need to be having meeting with yourself every single day. And you are starting this night before you sleep. So you review your day today and also plan for your tomorrow. Do everything this night before you go to bed. Plan number 2, execute a 9 a.m. rule for the next day. So by 9 a.m. at least one high impact, high value work must be done. Remember I told you to repeat something after me. Impact work is required before 9 a.m. Everything after that, admin, catch up, whatever, they cannot happen after 9 a.m. But impact work is required before 9 a.m. And number 3, review what worked and adjust your time blocks. Now, because you're just starting out, for most people, they may just be starting out. So once you start with number 1 and number 2, then you need to review what is working, what is not working. Maybe you need to adjust your timing. Maybe you need to allocate time differently to your task. Maybe you need to look at your capacity well, if you're planning based on your capacity or not. So make sure that you are reviewing what you're doing and then adjust to what works. I want you to keep this thing in mind, because we are not about hustle culture on this channel. Finishing everything by 9 a.m. doesn't mean your entire to-do list. It means finishing the work that actually changes your life. If you want to learn how to audit your day, I have a video on time audits on this channel, and you can also check the description here to download a time audit chart to help you audit your week, so that you can know where exactly all of your time goes. And then watch my Google plus Gemini video to learn how to build your own personal productivity system. Guys, if you found any value in this video, let me know in the comment section so that I can make more of this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'm going to see you all in another one. Bye, guys.